The last time my brother called me, I almost didn't pick up. It was late, past midnight, the kind of hour where nothing good ever comes through your phone. I remember staring at his name, Darian, lighting up my screen, my stomach already tightening before I even answered. Because here's the thing, Darian never called to ask how I was. Not once. Still, I picked up. "Hey," I said, trying to sound normal. He didn't even bother with small talk. "Elira, I need help. It's serious. I need $15,000. Just like that. No, how are you? No, it's been a while. Just a number. A big one." And in that moment, something inside me didn't break. It clicked. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how some people only remember you exist when they need something? Yeah, that was my family. Before we continue, make sure you're subscribed because what happens next changes everything. I'm Elira Vance, 27. I live alone, I work for myself, and I've spent most of my adult life trying to be the kind of person my family could rely on. The dependable one. The one who shows up. Birthdays, I was there. Emergencies, I answered. Money problems, somehow, I solved them. But here's what I didn't realize for years. While I was showing up for them, no one was showing up for me. Not when I was struggling to pay rent. Not when I lost my biggest client and sat on my apartment floor wondering how I'd make it through the month. Not even a text. Silence. But the second they needed money, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. And the worst part? I kept telling myself it was normal, that this is what family does. You help. You don't question it. So when Darian asked for $15,000 that night, it wasn't even the amount that shocked me. It was how familiar it felt. Like I'd been in that exact moment 100 times before. Only this time, something was different. This time, I didn't answer right away. This time, I hesitated. And that hesitation? It led me to a realization I wish I had years earlier. Because that call wasn't the beginning of the problem. It was the pattern finally catching up to me. And when I finally broke that pattern, everything fell apart. It didn't start with $15,000. It started with $200. That's how it always begins. Right. Small. Reasonable. Easy to say yes to. I was 21 the first time Darian asked me for money. I had just started freelancing, barely figuring things out, still living paycheck to paycheck. He called me sounding stressed. "Hey, I'm short on rent this month. Just $200. I'll pay you back next week." Next week never came, but I didn't push it because he was my brother. And honestly, it felt good to help. That feeling, being needed, it's addictive in a quiet way. Especially when it comes from people whose approval you've been chasing your whole life. My mom, Celine, reinforced that without ever saying it directly. "Family takes care of each other," she'd say. But what she meant, what I didn't understand yet, was I take care of them. The requests kept coming. $300 for a car issue. $500 for a bill mix-up. Always urgent, always temporary. Always followed by promises that sounded sincere enough to believe. And I did believe them, until the cracks started showing. I remember one night scrolling through social media, and there he was, Darian, grinning on a beach, drink in hand, tagged at some resort I couldn't even afford to look up. This was 2 weeks after he told me he couldn't make rent. I stared at the screen longer than I should have, trying to make it make sense, trying to justify it. Maybe someone else paid. Maybe it was old. Maybe... You see how easy it is to lie to yourself when you don't want the truth. And it wasn't just him. My Aunt Maris would call sometimes, not for herself, but for others. "Your mom's a little short this month. Darian's going through something." It was always framed like I was the solution, the reliable one, the good one. And I leaned into that role, until the one time I needed them. I was 24. Work had dried up, completely. I was behind on rent, stressed out of my mind, and for the first time, I made the call. Not to ask for thousands, just $800. Temporary, manageable, fair. Darian answered first. "Yeah, things are tight right now," he said quickly. My mom, she didn't hesitate. "Elira, you need to learn how to manage your money better." That one stuck. because it didn't feel like advice, it felt like dismissal. I remember hanging up and just sitting there, staring at my phone, this weird feeling creeping in. Not anger, not yet, just confusion, because something wasn't adding up. And deep down, I think I knew it. I just wasn't ready to admit it. But that feeling, that quiet, uncomfortable realization, it didn't go away. It grew. And soon, the requests stopped being small. And the truth became a lot harder to ignore. The first time they asked me for 5 figures, I didn't even blink. That's the part that still gets me. Not the amount, not the situation, me. How fast I said yes. Darian called me on a Tuesday afternoon. I remember because I was in the middle of a client project, deadline creeping up, already stressed. His voice came through, rushed, shaky, urgent. Elira, I'm about to lose my apartment. I need $10,000. I swear I'll pay you back in a couple months. $10,000, that should have stopped me, should have made me question everything, but it didn't, because he knew exactly what to say. You're the only one I can count on. That line, it worked, every time. So I opened my savings account, the one I'd been building for years, slowly, carefully, and I transferred the money, just like that. No contract, no hesitation, no backup plan. And for a few days, I felt like I did the right thing, like I saved him, until the cracks came back. Bigger this time. 3 weeks later, I'm scrolling again. Late at night, can't sleep, and there it is. Photos, not just any photos, luxury resort, ocean views, expensive dinners, tagged locations I couldn't even pronounce properly. And right in the middle of it, Darian, laughing, relaxed, carefree. Like someone who definitely didn't just get saved from losing his apartment. I didn't even feel anger at first, just cold. Like something inside me finally stopped trying to explain things away. So I called him. Hey, I said, calm, too calm. How's the apartment situation? Silence. Then, deflection. Oh yeah, that worked itself out. I let that sit for a second. And the trip? I asked. That's when his tone changed. Sharp, defensive. Why are you stalking me? It's not that deep. Not that deep. $10,000. Not that deep. And when I tried to push further, he flipped it on me. You offered to help. Don't act weird about it now. Offered. That word stuck. Because suddenly, I wasn't the one being wronged. I was the problem. And it didn't stop there. I brought it up to my mom, Celine, thinking maybe, just maybe, she'd see it. She didn't. Elira, you're overthinking this, she said flatly. Family helps each other. You don't keep score. And just like that, I was outnumbered. Even my Aunt Maris chimed in later. You're being a little dramatic, don't you think? Dramatic. For noticing. For questioning. For finally seeing something that had been right in front of me for years. That's when things started to shift. Not loudly. Not all at once. Quietly. I stopped saying yes immediately. I started asking questions. I started paying attention. And what I found? It wasn't just a few bad moments. It was a pattern. A consistent, predictable cycle. They called when they needed something and disappeared the second they got it. So when Darian's name lit up my phone again months later, and I saw the message, "Hey, I really need your help, it's urgent." I didn't feel panic, I didn't feel pressure. I felt something else. Curiosity. Because this time, I wasn't going to play the same role. This time, I was going to test it. I told him no, and then I waited. No explanation, no long message, no apology wrapped around it. Just one word, no. The silence that followed, immediate, heavy, almost unnatural. For a second, I thought maybe that was it. Maybe he'd just accept it and move on. But then my phone buzzed again, and again. Darian, what do you mean no? Elira, this is serious. I thought you cared about family. There it was, not concern, not explanation. Pressure, I kept my response simple. What's the emergency? That's when his story came in. Medical issue, urgent treatment, time sensitive. He needed $15,000. Fast. And if this had been me a year ago, I would have already been transferring the money. But something didn't sit right. So instead of reacting, I paused, and I did something I'd never done before. I checked. I reached out to someone we both knew, an old mutual friend, Kale, 29. Not close, but close enough to know what was going on in Darian's life. I kept it casual. Hey, is Darian okay? I heard something about a medical situation. There was a pause, then Kale replied, medical situation? No. He's been trying to pull money together for some business deal. I stared at that message longer than I should have. Read it twice, 3 times. Let it sink in. No hospital, no emergency, just another story. Another angle, another attempt. And suddenly, everything became clear in a way it never had before. This wasn't occasional, this wasn't situational, this was intentional. I went back to Darian's messages, rereading them, but this time without emotion. Just observation, the urgency, the guilt, the timing. It was almost scripted, so I didn't confront him. I didn't argue. I didn't explain. I just stopped responding. And that's when things escalated. Not from him at first, but from everyone else. My phone lit up with messages from my mom. Elira, what's going on with you lately? You're acting cold. Your brother is going through something serious. Then my Aunt Maris. I don't like the way you're handling this. Group chats, side comments, subtle digs. It was like I'd broken some unspoken rule. Not about money, about obedience. But here's what really caught my attention. None of them asked if I was okay. Not once. It was all about him, his needs, his situation, his urgency. And when I didn't give in, something strange happened. The messages slowed, the calls stopped, the pressure disappeared. Just like that. No closure, no resolution. The same silence I used to sit in when I needed them. And in that silence, I finally understood something I'd been avoiding for years. Because when I stopped being useful, I stopped being important. And that realization, it changed everything. But I wasn't done yet. Not even close. So what actually happened? Not the version they told. Not the excuses. Not the emotional pressure. The truth. It wasn't complicated. It was a system. For years, my family, Darian, my mom Selene, even my Aunt Maris, treated me like something reliable, something predictable. Not a person to check on, not someone to care for, a resource. Every message had timing. Every "we're family" speech only showed up when money was involved. And the moment I stopped playing that role, the system broke. That medical emergency Darian told me about, it didn't exist. He was trying to buy into a risky business deal he couldn't afford. He needed fast cash, and I had always been his easiest option, until I wasn't. And when I said no, when I didn't fold under pressure, something else became clear. There was no backup plan, because I was the plan. At first, I expected anger to hit me hard. I thought I'd feel guilt, regret, maybe even panic. But what I felt instead, relief. Quiet, steady, undeniable relief. Like I'd been carrying something heavy for years without realizing it, and finally put it down. I stopped sending money completely. No exceptions, no negotiations, and almost immediately, everything shifted. Darian stopped calling, completely. No more emergencies. No more, "You're the only one I can count on." My mom tried a few times, short messages, subtle guilt. Family should be there for each other. I didn't argue anymore. I just didn't engage. Eventually, she stopped too. Even my Aunt Maris, who always had something to say, went quiet once there was nothing left to gain. And that silence? It answered every question I used to have. There were consequences, of course. To them, I became selfish, distant, the one who changed. I heard it through extended family, small comments, side remarks. But none of it came directly to me, because confronting me meant facing the truth, and that was something they avoided. Financially, Darian struggled. Without my support, his deal fell apart. I heard he had to sell his car months later, and for the first time, that wasn't my problem. Now, my life is quieter, simpler. I rebuilt my savings, slowly, carefully, but this time for myself. No sudden withdrawals, no emergency calls draining everything overnight, just stability, and peace. The last time my phone lit up with Darian's name, I didn't feel anxiety. I didn't feel obligation. I just looked at it and let it ring. Because for the first time in my life, I understood something completely. They didn't stop loving me, they just never loved me in the way I thought. And once I saw that clearly, I stopped waiting for it to change.